The Copper Age update is here, and in this video we'll be exploring everything from the adorable Copper Golems, to exciting new copper blocks, tools and armor and why you should consider obtaining them, including the new shelf blocks and their usefulness. Let's dive right in. First up, let's talk about the Copper Golem, easily one of the best mobs in the game. You can spawn a Copper Golem using just one block of copper and one carved pumpkin. You can also use the exposed copper, withered copper, or the oxidized copper. Simply place your block of copper down and your carved pumpkin, and there you have your Copper Golem and your copper chest. These little handy helpers are super helpful. They'll take anything that is in the copper chest, like this oak log and the cobblestone, and sort it to the nearest chest with those exact same items. The max amount of chests that they will look at are 10, and when there isn't anything left in the copper chest, the Copper Golem will look through the chest for items to sort, and if there isn't, the Copper Golem will idle for about 7 seconds before checking again for items to sort. Say goodbye to messy chests, you won't be messed. When a Copper Golem oxidizes, it turns into a statue, which you then can mine to pick up and move wherever you want. You can also change the pose by tapping it. I think I like this pose more. Each pose also emits a different redstone signal. I am no pro with redstone, but I can already imagine people making awesome contraptions using this feature. Like everything copper related in Minecraft, you can use an axe to scrape off the oxidation to restore the Copper Golems to their original state. You can also wax them with honeycombs to prevent them from oxidizing over time. Here you go, buddy. You can also do the same with statues, but you need to stop around this point or else you will restore them back to life, which is not a bad thing, but you just need to You just need to scrape them till that point if you want the statue in its original state. Wax you too, buddy. Another detail that I really like is that when an Iron Golem is with a Copper Golem, it will place a poppy head on his head. This won't happen instantly, it will take time, and if you wish, you can also shear the poppy off of his head, but we're not going to do that. Moving on to copper armor and copper tools. With iron being harder to find early game, copper comes in clutch being the most common ore in the game. You can craft the copper armor the same way you craft every other armor in the game, and the same for the tools and the weapons. Copper tools and weapons deals the same amount of damage as their stone counterparts. The copper pickaxe can mine anything that the stone pickaxe can also mine, which includes of course copper, coal, and iron. Copper tools also have higher durability compared to stone. Just watch. Okay. Now for the copper. Don't know if you can see it down there, but the copper pickaxe has a higher durability than the stone pickaxe. The copper armor also has higher durability than leather, but less than iron, making it a solid starter set before you move into the Iron Age. The copper tools and armor have a higher enchantability than diamond, but lower than iron. Not bad. Interesting. Okay, protection. Not bad, not bad. Protection 3, not too bad. Boots. Protection. Not too bad. Okay, now for the tools. Breaking. Not too bad. With efficiency 4, 5. What? 4. Sorry. That's not bad. Sharpness. Solid. Sharpness. I almost thought that there were more. Breaking. Not too bad. Not too bad. And for the hoe, I'm breaking. Not too bad. If these aren't good reasons to obtain copper tools and armor as starters, then I don't know what is. Still not convinced that copper tools and armor are worth obtaining? Well, since copper is so common, it is super practical to replace your armor and your tools when they're worn out, so you don't waste your precious iron. Now let's go over the new copper-based items. You can make copper nuggets by breaking down copper ingots, or by smelting copper tools in the furnace. You can then make copper torches, like how you make a torch normally by placing a stick, copper, and then with a copper nugget on top. The copper torch looks so good and honestly is becoming my favorite torch in the game. Now for copper lanterns, you just take your copper torch and surround it with copper nuggets. That's one too much. As an example here on the craft table as well. There's a lantern for every oxidation stage from shiny all the way to fully oxidized. Another interesting thing about the copper lanterns, despite the oxidation stages, the brightness still remains the same. Also to explain all this. And the new villager. While I was trying to show the different brightness of the lanterns, there was a zombie attack, and unfortunately we lost Bob. I accidentally unalived Bob trying to save him from the zombies, and well, it didn't end well. So now we have a new guard named Travis guarding the pillager. Why he has a weapon in jail? That's a very good question. Also, a spider got in, so I guess the spider is also now a prisoner, guarded by Travis. You will be missed, Bob. You will be missed. And now back to the video. To make the copper chains, you will need 1 copper ingot and 2 copper nuggets. As you can see. The copper chains also comes in different oxidation stages, as you can see. And of course, with everything copper related in Minecraft, you can scrape off the oxidation, including the chains. To make copper bars, you'll need 6 copper ingots, which of course comes in different oxidation stages and can also be scraped. You can also get copper horse armor, which unfortunately is still not crafted, except for liver, of course. But hopefully they will make horse armor craftable like what they did with the saddle. Some small but welcome changes are that bars have now been renamed to iron bars, and chains have been renamed to iron chains. Lightning rods also come in different oxidation stages, and of course with everything copper related to you can scrape off the oxidation. I was also under the impression that us barrel players was also going to get the cool new dye texture changes, but apparently not. I will put an image on screen about now of how it looks. Please, Mojo, add this texture change to the game too, please. And finally, let's talk about shelves. You can make shelves using 6 stripped wood logs. The shelves can also be made with the different wood types. You can use shelves to display any items that are in your hotbar. You can also swap the items. Shelves can also be integrated using redstone. Now, when you tap the shelves, it displays your entire inventory. And tapping again brings your inventory just the way it was. So you can use shelves for different scenarios. I can also imagine people using shelves as like a marketplace. So cool. As for what happened to Mike during the zombie outbreak mentioned earlier in the video, they unfortunately got him, but It kind of is cool in a way that you trade with a zombie. Not like trade sell, like you get the idea. Still a tragedy that you were turned into a zombie monk. I'm terribly sorry. Another design that I really like is using the shelves as podiums to show off all of your achievements. Wouldn't it be cool if Minecraft had a feature where you look at the items in full 3D, kind of like the treasure hole from Minecraft Story Mode? That would be so cool. Another design that I really like is using the shelves as like pillars. I'm not sure if these count as pillars because they are connected to a wall, but you get the idea. The Copper Age update is easily one of my favorite additions to Minecraft, and I can't wait to see the builds and ideas the Minecraft community will come up with. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.